So some really big news for designers, product designers, app designers, website designers, etc. Figma just got upgraded with Gemini 3 Pro. So for those of you that don't know, Figma had a new tool called Figma Make, which is basically a vibe coding version of Figma design. It was powered by Claude 3.5, which was decent. It could get most things done, but not that great. But what's happened is Figma has partnered with Google to now offer Gemini 3 Pro and also Gemini 3 Flash as part of their Figma Make offering. So to access this, by default, by the way, the default is Claude 3.5. And if we want to change it, you click on this gear button in the top right corner, experimental models, change it to Gemini 3 Pro if you want the most powerful one. And so with Gemini 3 Pro powering Figma Make, you can create some really interesting things. For example, here I made with just one prompt, so that was interesting. Here it's done a note-taking app where I could type notes and let's just test this. Yeah, so you could type notes here in this app. A few examples from Figma. That's the way you can do. It's a grocery mobile app. This one is already pre-made, so we can take a look at how it turned out. Looks like they used a lot of prompts to get it to this level. And yes, to get a app this sophisticated, you would have to do quite a number of prompts. But as you can see, it's fully functional. And if you wanted to actually publish this app, first of all, web apps are pretty easy. So I think here I had a web app. If it opens, yeah, here. So you got a desktop version, iPad version, and mobile version. But if I wanted just a desktop version, that's actually pretty easy to get up and running. Quite simply, what you would do is you would download the code. So click on this code tab here. Download the code by, where's the download button? Here it is on the top right. Download. You download the code. It'll download the entire thing as a zip file. And then what you do is you just pop it into, let's say, Claude Code, and Claude Code can install it for you on whatever hosting service you use. I use Vercel. Alternatively, if it's a website, you can also publish it. So you could publish it and share it with people. But if you want it on your own site, you would download the code. But if you just want to try it out, you don't have to download the code. You can just publish it and preview it. So here I can go into full screen preview. And yeah, here's the full screen preview. Desktop, tablet, mobile. Okay, let's get out of this. How do we get out of this? Here we go. Okay. So did it publish? Let's see. Yeah, it did publish. So here, it actually published. You can just go here and it'll load this up in your browser. Here you go. There it is. Now, of course, you don't want all three, so you would probably reprompt it or make a duplicate that just has the desktop version, and then you could just publish that. And what you could actually do is I believe you could set up your own domain right here, connected domain. So you can connect your own domain and run it through Figma's hosting. But if you want more customization and such, a fully functional website, I would recommend using Claude Code to install it and run it on your own hosting service, Vercel. So yeah, here's a fitness app that is done. The note-taking app we saw, grocery we saw. What was this one? Yeah, so this is the Miro alternative. So you can see fully functional. The language that it's using is React. If you actually want to publish, React is great for web apps and websites. But if you actually want to publish one of these, let's say this mobile app, if you actually want to publish this to Apple App Store, I would suggest converting it to Swift. And there's a few ways you can do this. You can just download the entire code and ask Claude Code to convert it to Swift for you. It struggles to do it all in one shot. So what I would recommend doing is opening up a Figma design canvas and then copying screen by screen. So if I hit this button here, it's going to copy this entire screen. Okay, so there's 6 to copy. There's a lot here. Okay, here we go. So it's copied. Then we go on to our Figma canvas. Paste this. And here we go. Now, what you can do here is you can go into dev mode. And then you can copy the code for each screen one at a time and ask Claude to build it for you in Swift, which is the native iOS language. Don't recommend using React in iOS. It'll cause you a lot of trouble in the long run. So definitely convert to Swift or Google Android's native language. But yeah, a few more tricks. There's a plugin copying all the screens from the app, like going through the app, copying every single screen, copy paste takes some time. There's a Figma plugin that you can use off your Chrome browser that can speed that up a bit by just downloading each screen one at a time to a folder. And then from the folder, you import it into your Figma design canvas. Now, I use Gemini 3 by default. If you want something faster, Gemini Flash is okay. The default, once again, is Claude 3.5. It's okay, but not as great, not as capable as Gemini, obviously. So you definitely want to use Gemini models. Yeah, so this is really great for prototyping, not only for prototyping, but building out entire websites, web apps, mobile apps, tablet apps, whatever you need. Obviously, there's a few more steps involved, like I just showed you, but this just really speeds things up. I'm actually going to go back and study this prompt to see how Figma did this. It's worth, if you want to try it out, it's worth studying some of their other examples. So here's some other examples. You could see some more. There is a community database of Figma Make designs, so you can get some inspiration and see what's possible from there. This looks really cool. Let's look at this. What is this? Wow. I actually didn't know you can create animations like that in Figma Make with Gemini, but let's load this up and see how they prompted this. And I would suggest doing this with other examples in their community database as well, so you can get inspired and see what's possible with this tool. But yeah, it looks like it took them probably about a dozen or so prompts to get it to this point. It is loading now, so let's give it a moment. In the meantime, let's check out some of these other ones. Here are also some AI-powered apps. Not sure if these are fully functional. Let's find out, actually. A voice assistant. Okay. I doubt this actually works unless they're using the Gemini 3, the full Gemini API with its voice transcription and everything else. So let's see if that works. This one's are taking some time to load. But by the way, when it comes to images, what you would do is you would just drag and drop an image like they did here and use this image. And it would use that image wherever you wanted to. But okay, here's their AI assistant app. Let's see if it actually works. Start a conversation. Can you actually? No, it caused an error. So it's not actually functional. But the user interface is there. Let's see. Voice. No, it's not actually functional. Because yeah, it's not the full Gemini API. It's just the core Gemini model. Back to this animation. I did not know you could do animations like this. Wow, this is a good one. Definitely want to study how they did this by studying their prompts. This is pretty impressive. But yeah, I hope that gives you guys an idea of what's now possible with Figma Make. That is the vibe coding version of Figma, and how you could use it in various different use cases. And whether it's a web app, mobile app, whatever, it really speeds up development and deployment. I have some more tricks that I'll show you. I'll do another video on some of the plugins that allow Figma Make to work better with Figma Design. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll drop that video soon. Enjoy. Take care.